Have you sung certain songs over and over again only to realize one day that you had got the words all wrong? Sometimes to hilarious effect. Have you ever misunderstood what someone said to you because it sounded like something else? Well then, you're not alone. If you'd like to know more about such phenomena, which have fancy names like mondegreens and oronyms, keep watching. But first, do like, follow or subscribe to The English Nut. Thank you. Do you know the song that goes, "The ants are my friends, they're blowing in the wind"? Come to think of it, ants are rather light, so they could become airborne in a stiff breeze. But isn't that an unusual subject for a song? Well, of course it is. The original song, American singer-songwriter Bob Dylan's "Blowin' in the Wind", goes, "The answer, my friend, is blowin' in the wind." But some people misheard the words and interpreted Dylan's song in a whole new way. Answer, by the way, is the American way of pronouncing answer. Mondegreen is the term for misheard words, particularly in lyrics, that end up giving the song a whole new meaning. Like the ants blowing in the wind, Bob Dylan is considered by many as one of the greatest songwriters of all time. I wonder whether he'd be amused or annoyed by the rewriting of his lyrics. The term mondegreen has an interesting story. It was coined by the American writer Sylvia Wright in 1954. In her childhood, she had misheard a line from the 17th century Scottish ballad The Bonnie Earl of Murray when her mother had read it out to her. Here's the relevant bit. "They have slain the Earl of O'Moray and laid him on the green." She heard the line "and laid him on the green" as "and Lady Mondegreen." So she thought that not just the Earl, but the lady too had been slain. After realizing her mistake, she decided that Mondegreen would be a nice term to refer to misheard words or lines from songs, verses, etc. The non-existent Lady Mondegreen is now immortalized as a term for creatively misheard lyrics and verses. Remember the Christmas song Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? There is a line in it that people mishear as "Olive the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names." But it wasn't just one naughty reindeer called Olive who poked fun at poor Rudolph. The actual words are "all of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names." Have you heard the song that goes, "We built this city on sausage rolls"? Sounds like a mouth-watering kind of place. But the original line in this song by American rock band Starship is, "We built this city on rock and roll." Do you like cheese with your sausage rolls? How about the song by Eurythmics, "Sweet dreams are made of cheese"? But of course the actual line is, "Sweet dreams are made of this." I think the people who misheard those lyrics must have been hungry while listening to the songs, leading to such memorable mondegreens. All this talk of food is making me hungry too, so I'm going to talk about a song from a different genre. The traditional African American spiritual, "He's got the whole world in his pants." Well, that's what some people heard it as. The actual lyrics are, "He's got the whole world in his hands." Inspired by this mondegreen, Gavin Edwards published a book of erroneous lyrics and called it, what else? "He's got the whole world in his pants." Mondegreens are often the result of oronyms, a sequence of words that sounds the same as a different sequence of words. For example, the song title Bohemian Rhapsody sounds the same as Bohemian Rhapsody. Bohemian Rhapsody, Bohemian Rhapsody. When someone says ice cream, you may hear it as I scream. Only the context will tell you which use of the mouth was being referred to. People who study the weather are called meteorologists. If you're not familiar with the term, you might mishear it as meteorologists. A food reference again. I'm beginning to think that hunger affects one's hearing. Another example of oronyms is from The Two Ronnies, a classic British television comedy sketch show featuring Ronnie Barker and Ronnie Corbett, the two Ronnies of the title. One of their sketches is called The Four Candles. In it, a customer at a hardware shop, played by Ronnie Barker, asks the shopkeeper, played by the other Ronnie, for 4 candles. The shopkeeper places 4 candles on the counter. The customer says, "No, fork handles, handles for forks." He wanted fork handles, but in a number of English dialects, such as Cockney, which is usually spoken by the working class people in and around London, the H sound is dropped. So handle becomes andle, leading to the confusion between fork handles and fork handles. I'll end with a thought-provoking quote from Canadian linguist and psychologist Steven Pinker. He said, "All speech is an illusion. We hear speech as a string of separate words, but there are no little silences between spoken words, the way there are white spaces between written words. We simply hallucinate word boundaries when we reach the end of a stretch of sound that matches some entry in our mental dictionaries." The seamlessness of speech is also apparent in oronyms, strings of sound that can be carved into words in two different ways. In other words, while mondegreens and oronyms are funny, they also shed light on our brain's amazing capacity to sift through a blurry string of sounds and pick out the one potential interpretation that was intended by the speaker. One of the examples that Steven Pinker gives is the sentence, "The stuffy nose can lead to problems." This sentence could well be heard as, "The stuff he knows can lead to problems." What you hear when you come across such ambiguous sentences is governed by Zipf's law, which says that you tend to hear what you are more familiar with. So if you're a doctor, you might hear stuffy nose. If you're a gangster, you might hear stuff he knows and want to eliminate the person before he spills the beans. Be it mondegreens or oronyms or mondegreens resulting from oronyms, listen carefully to avoid confusion, or simply enjoy the entertaining interpretations that arise from hearing phrases incorrectly. I'm the English Nut. Bye for now.